Hey guys, I'm going to talk to you today about the blueprint spaceship project. Now, some of you may know what a blueprint is. A blueprint is a design for a structure, like a house. So normally, if you think of a blueprint, you might think of something like this. This is a floor plan for a house. You can see that it has all of the rooms and they're labeled. They have the dimensions. This one has master bedroom, the family room, the patio, the garage, everything. There's also another portion of a blueprints, and that is the elevation drawing. Usually that will be the first page of the blueprint. The elevation drawing usually shows the outside of the structure. So if this were the inside of my house, the elevation drawing might show the outside of my house. It would show you what it would look like if you were just a person on the street looking at it. Sometimes they are very simple like this. Sometimes they are fully rendered in color. A lot of times that's done on the computer now, but back in the old days, those were done usually as watercolor paintings. So you can see what blueprints and elevation drawings look like in houses and how those correspond to things that you see every day. But believe it or not, blueprints and elevation drawings also exist for spaceships and space stations. Now, I could show you some blueprint designs for spaceships that really exist, but what's the fun in that? I thought you might enjoy seeing an elevation drawing for the Millennium Falcon. This is just like our blueprint for our house. It's got a front view, it's got a side view. This has a top and a front. So if you wanted for your blueprint project to do an elevation drawing, you could do that. You would just need to pick 2 views and fill your page. You could do what has been done here. This actually is the US patent for the Millennium Falcon because George Lucas patented it for the films. But you could put a patent, you could put the designer. There's lots of information that goes on elevation drawings. You want to make it as detailed as possible. You can do an elevation drawing that is just a line drawing like this one and the one that we saw just a second ago, or you can make it like the old-timey, really nice, fully rendered ones that give you a real idea of what it looks like, and you could do a watercolor drawing as well. You could also, for a spaceship, have a floor plan. Now, it's interesting for ships because they have not only floor plans for different areas, but they also have multiple layers, multiple levels. So this is the floor plan blueprint for a Klingon battle cruiser from Star Trek. And you can see it's got the side view with all of the multiple decks on the spaceship. There are arrows pointing to what all of the spaces are and what is in them. Those of you that like to label things in your drawings, this is kind of your wheelhouse right now. And it's got floor plans of individual rooms, so you can see a side view of where things are in relation to the ship, and then you can see close-ups of different areas of the ship and what it looks like from a bird's eye view. So that is an option for you if you are wanting to do a blueprint that is not an elevation drawing. Then you have this third option. This is a real thing, Skylab. It existed from 1973 to 1976. And it's not in space anymore. It came down from space in the late 70s. But you can see that this is a cross-section. You can see the outside of Skylab, but you can also see what's going on inside Skylab. And everything's got numbers pointing to it with a description of what those things are on the outer edge. So that is totally an option as well. You could have arrows pointing with telling you what the thing is here, or you could just have numbers and then have more information out to the side. So these are all options for you for your blueprint spaceship drawing. I don't have any examples that students have done yet because nobody's done any yet. So I hope that you can take the ideas from these elevation drawings and blueprints and create your own.